Hey Wonder Friends, would you like to learn how to draw a brown bear? Why is it got to be brown? I don't know why it's got to be brown. It's just what they are. They're brown bears, and I figured that's a great way to color it is to make a brown bear. So we're going to draw a brown bear, and we're going to draw it eating honey, and we're going to draw it right now.
Here we go!
Hey Wonder Friends, today we're going to illustrate a cute little brown bear, and when I say illustrate, we're gonna draw it a little different. We're gonna put it in a scenario. We're gonna tell a story with pictures, and I want to remind you that you're gonna draw different than me, that you're gonna draw just like you, and that's what makes this amazing. If you feel that you've made a mistake, or maybe you think I go too fast, that's fine. Just get a new piece of paper or rewind the video and start over. It's no big deal. I'll still be here hanging out, waiting. So with your page up and down, we're gonna start with this bear. Now I want you to grab anything to draw with. I'm going to draw with this thicker Sharpie so it's easier to see. With our page up and down, what we're going to do is we're going to start with a little bit of an oval, just like this. Doesn't have to be perfect, just a little oval shape like that. And on each side of that, we're just going to put these little half circles on each side. And let's go ahead and throw like just some like little hairs up top there. Now inside of each one of those ears with my thinner marker, I'm going to draw just a parallel line that just gives me a shape inside. When I say parallel line, just to remind everybody what I mean by that is a line that runs beside another line. So you're just making the same shape a little bit inside of the other one. Now you can notice I've angled this a little bit, and I've done that because we're using our turn of our head to change some things. You don't have to do this on yours. If this is just a way to kind of help so you can see it. That's the only reason why it's turned like this. Now right down here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a shape just like this, okay? And then above that, I'm going to kind of attach like almost like a little bubble like that on top, okay? Now what this is going to be is it's going to be a honey pot, like the character's holding a pot of honey. Now I want you to think about, if you're holding anything, how a finger wraps around the edge. So if you look at my finger here, it wraps around the edge. Now you don't see the part of my finger behind. We're going to kind of do this when we're making our cartoons the same sort of way, but we're going to cheat it a little bit and do it a little different because we have the ability, because we are making cartoons. And we're going to do that by just putting an oval on there. Just like that. And you'll see as we get past this how this starts to really start to shine, as it looks like the character is holding something. And just for fun, I'm going to just put a little B shape on this. And how I'm going to do that is just draw a circle and some stripes. Okay? Just like that. And then just put some little hairs up. Now again, you don't have to show the whole B, right? Everybody will know once we go to color this that between the yellow and black, everybody's going to get what it is, and you'll get what it is once you start illustrating this as well. Now, what we're going to do for the body is right around here, okay? Kind of look at the ear as a drop down. We're going to draw a shape that kind of comes around just like this. Just comes around and just connects here. So you end up with like this little bit of a archy shape that comes around just like so. Now, we're going to overlap this head. I do not want you to worry about this line showing. It's completely fine. If you want to erase it later, you can, or you can get white out, or any kind of things like that to cover up your marker is a great way to do those things too. I'm not going to worry about it too much because I'm going to, when I take this into the computer to color it later, I'm going to just erase it anyway, so you can do the same. But what we're going to do is we're going to draw kind of like a hot dog shape that's going to curve up. So this is going to curve up like this, and it's going to come right back down, and it's going to connect, okay? And when it does that, what we have here is I want you to just draw like a little shape like that on there. And think about if you dip your finger in something like peanut butter, it would be stuck on your finger. It's the same sort of thing that we're thinking about here, is that our character has dipped his hand into the honey, and it's got the honey on his hands, and you can even draw, if you want, a couple little squigglies on top the pot as well. Now, to draw the face, what we're going to do is let's pretend that there is an imaginary line running right between the face, and I want you right in the middle just to put an oval, right? And that's for the nose. And in fact, you can make it a little bit bigger if you want. But this is a great way we're going to start to build the rest of the character off of this oval. And then I'm going to, on each side of that, what I'm going to put is I'm going to put a circle. Okay? And then around this nose, I'm going to put another circle just like this. Okay? And then very simply, I'm going to put a smiley face. Okay, just gonna put a smile right there because I'm gonna guess that he is very excited because he has honey. He's very happy. Now, if you think about a great way to show that a character has been eating something, if you think about when you've ever eaten anything, especially when you were really little, if you had like chocolate ice cream or something, you most usually had it all over your face. We want to think about our character the same way, that this honey would be all over its face. And how we do that is we just kind of draw a squiggly line around. It doesn't have to be perfectly right or wrong or whatever, just make a squiggly line around there. It kind of shows that there is something on its face, and we'll be able to do that again when we go to color it. It'll really show up. But here is the important part, is we were using our eyeballs, right? We talk about this a lot. We're using our eyeballs to direct the person looking at it the way that we want them to look. So when you're directing somebody, saying, hey, look over there, you're pointing, right? And you're gonna look over there. We wanna do the same thing with our eyeballs when we're making characters. And I really wanna make sure he's looking at this hand because we wanna make sure that he is happy about this, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're going to know that we're gonna look here. Sometimes I'll put my finger, my opposite drawing hand finger where I want it to look, so I have an idea. And I'll make a little dot that just kind of shows me where I want those to be. And then once I know that I have them right, I make the dots bigger and I fill them in, okay? And make them bigger and I fill them in. So now my character is looking at, the eyeballs are looking at the honey-covered fingers, okay? Now here's the first chunk, right? And the cool part is if it doesn't exactly, you can change them by making them bigger or whatever. Now here is the other part that really sells the idea that he is happy about it. And it's the eyebrows, right? It's the eyebrows. Throw the eyebrows up, right? If you're happy, look yourself in the mirror and smile. You'll see that your eyebrows go up, right? And we want to do the exact same thing with this character. If I draw my eyebrows up like this, it really shows that this bear is happy. I'm going to color this in. Just like so. And again, if you want to color them in different when you go to color it, that's fine as well. All right, guys. And then, so once we have this, what we need to do is we need to draw the legs on here. And the legs, really simple, are just going to be straight down and then bring it out just like this. And then I'm going to draw a line down. Straight down and bring it out like this and draw a line down. And then we're going to connect them. So you really just kind of keep the legs nice and simple. You can put little toe separators there. If you want to put like a circle on its belly just to show a different color, you can do those things. If you want to put a t-shirt on it, you can do that as well. You know, all those different things, you can have fun with that. Like we said about this other hand, now you can see that it kind of looks like he's holding it on his hip. Sometimes what you could do is you could even add another line in the back. So when you go to color it, you're able to like show how that arm would kind of keep around that. Again, this is a very, very simple way to draw this. A lot of times what I would do is I would do a character like this and then I would keep drawing it different ways until it was really where I wanted it to be. But this is a great way to start, a very simple way to start when you're trying to draw a character that is interacting with some things. If you have a thin marker and you want to add any extra details in there, maybe some hairs and things like that, that's perfectly fine. Now remember that if you want to color just like me, at the end of this video, just pause it. You'll see how I finished coloring this. You can pause it and color just like me with colored pencils, markers, or whatever. I actually use my iPad to color these, and I use a program called Procreate with my Apple Pencil to color these at the end of it, but you can color yours any way that you would like to do so. But the last thing you need to do once you're finished with your art is you need to sign this so everybody knows who made this awesome piece of art. Hey friends, Does that make you hungry? Does that make you want to eat something sweet? Do you like honey just like the bear we just drew? I do. I know I do. I like honey on my oatmeal. That's what I do. I put honey on my oatmeal in the morning because it's tasty and yummy and all those good things like that. Now, I want you to just think about the different ways that we did here. We drew an illustration. An illustration is storytelling with pictures. What can you do and how could you draw things that would be a way of telling a story with pictures? You may not be that great at it right now, but guess what? I was not that great at it at the beginning when I started too. I stumbled, I fell, I just kept doing it over and over again. A lot of things about drawing that people think very easily said that they say things like, I can't draw or things like that. But here's the thing, with anything, the more you try, you're gonna get better at it. You're always going to have a hard time at the beginning. Stick with your drawings. With a lot of practice and hard work, it will pay off. Plus, it's a lot of fun to try to do new things. And speaking of fun, make sure you check out the next videos that are coming up that are guaranteed to teach you how to draw something you may not think you can right now, but with a little bit of practice and a little bit of help, guarantee that you're gonna master it. And if you wanna learn how to color just like me, watch after this and you can. Hey Wonder Friends, I would love to see the art you create and feature it on one of my videos. With the help of an adult, take a photo of your finished art and post it on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Don't forget to tag me so I can find it. Hey, are you looking for a signed copy of one of my books? Check out my website, wondervillestudios.com for books, t-shirts, mugs, and more. I also do loads of school visits and would love to hear from you about scheduling a visit. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out all the other fun drawing lessons. Until I see you, be the weird you want to see in the world. See ya!